Welcome to Sunnytime Dolls YouTube channel.
We are so happy to bring you this All My Dolls video today. Altogether, we have 52 American Girl dolls in our collection, including 20 customs, and they are all very unique and special.
Each doll has a complete backstory, including a hometown, hobbies, and interests.
Originally, my plan was to have a doll representing each state, plus Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands, but at this time, we are still rounding out the collection. Now let's get started. I will share a little bit about each doll, going in alphabetical order by their home state. Raven Bumble is a custom Kanani, and she is a Yupik, Alaska native in my collection, and her hobbies include ice fishing, dog sledding, and going hiking in the summers. Winnie is one of the cutest dolls in my collection. She is from Arkansas, which is my home state, and her hobbies include working in her family's vegetable gardens. Alexis is from the state of Arizona. She's a custom Jess Girl of the Year, and her hobbies include environmental science and archaeology. The iconic Julie Albright is, of course, a California girl, and she's one of the first dolls that I ever got when I began collecting AG, and we all know that her biggest hobby is basketball. The 80s is one of my favorite decades, and I am just loving Courtney Moore's entire collection. I think American Girl did a really great job with this historical release. Courtney Moore is a California girl, and she's into video gaming. Jane Hirano is a customized Truly Me number 64. She is inspired by the Josh Kendricks character. She's a California girl whose favorite hobbies include surfing as well as making beachcomber art. Madison is a Truly Me number 49. In my opinion, she's one of the most exotic dolls that AG has released in their Truly Me lineup. And in my collection, she is from Colorado. Her hobbies include downhill skiing as well as picking wildflowers in the mountains in the summers.
Lauren is a Truly Me 39. Her hobby is playing golf, and she's from the state of Connecticut and is very, very preppy.
My one and only create your own so far is my doll Megan. She hails from Washington, D.C. and is a real global affairs kind of girl. She likes to study different languages, and she enjoys visiting the National Zoo to go watch the baby pandas. Isabel is from Washington, D.C. Her passions are ballet as well as sewing. And one interesting thing about Isabel is that she was the first doll with American Girl that had colored hair. It was a removable hairpiece. Fiona is a truly me number 83. She comes from the state of Delaware, and her hobbies include beekeeping and growing different flowers. And I think she's such a gorgeous doll. She's one of the newer dolls that I've added to my collection, and her hair is just absolutely gorgeous. From the state of Florida, we have Mary Ellen Larkin. I love Mary Ellen. I like her collection, and I also like, sewing clothes for her that are in the 1950s styles. And she is into camping as well as studying aerospace engineering. Bianca Cordero is my Disney themed doll. In my collection, she's based in the Orlando area of Florida and is a frequent visitor to Disney World. She loves everything about, Minnie Mouse, and I always try to dress her in Disney clothes. From the Peach State is my doll Daisy. She's from Georgia, and she's a truly me number 58 that I've customized. Her hobbies include knitting, crochet, and making quilts. Hawaii is like a paradise, and I would love to travel there someday. And so, of course, I have to have Nanea. She is such an original, unique doll. I love her wig, and of her hobbies include fishing and working in her family's shop. Stella is a custom Grace, and she is into gemstones. She also loves rainbows and unicorns. And Stella hails from the state of Idaho, which is nicknamed the Gem State. Alana Kirkova is a doll that I got from a seller on eBay. She had already been customized, and I just love her face paint and her beautiful eyes. She is from the state of Illinois and is into marine biology and mermaids. Harper is a truly me number 37. She is like the tomboy in my collection. She likes to participate in track and field. She lives in Indiana and is a huge NASCAR fan, and she loves to go fast.
Coming to us from Kansas is our doll Emily. She's into writing and journalism and wants to be a reporter when she grows up.
The glorious Monique Cecile Ray is a doll I customized based off of the original Cecile, and she is from New Orleans, Louisiana. She's French Creole, and she is really into floral design and party planning. Also from Louisiana is Ava Marie Chastain. Her hobbies include fashion design and sewing, with a specialty in making wedding dresses and bridal gowns. Next up is the amazing Grace Thomas. I love Grace. She is actually one of the dolls that got me into American Girl, and she of course loves baking and is a complete Francophile. Carmen Maria Perez is a custom Truly Me number 44. She is based in Maryland, and her hobby includes bird watching. Melody Ellison is from Detroit, Michigan. She's a historical doll that is into playing the piano and singing in her church choir. And I think Melody always looks so adorable when dressed in a schoolgirl outfit. Sophie Anderson comes from the state of Minnesota. She is a custom Truly Me number 40, and her hobby is skateboarding. Leah Clark is another knockout girl of the year. She's from the state of Missouri. Her hobbies include hiking as well as nature photography. Dylan Frazier is my custom Mia St. Clair doll. He lives in Montana, and his hobbies include rafting, canoeing, and fly fishing. Addie Walker is, to me, the most iconic of all the historical dolls. I love her story, and I enjoy keeping her dressed in historically accurate outfits. And of course, Addie hails from the state of North Carolina. Venus Rose is one of the newer dolls in my collection. She's a Truly Me number 91, and I have her as my Luciana inspired doll, and so she's got like the NASA theme going on, and she lives in Nebraska and is the child of Sudanese refugees. The United States accepted a large number of Sudanese refugees in the 90s, and many of them actually settled in Nebraska. Olivia Cha is my Truly Me number 25 doll. She is from the state of New Hampshire, and her hobbies are playing the violin, and she loves kittens and cats. Valentina Bianchi is from the state of New Jersey. She's an Italian American, and her hobbies include graffiti art and mixed media, and she's a Truly Me number 89 that I also just got this year. Josefina Montoya is another wonderful historical doll. I totally love her. I've got a whole video where I profile her collection, and she of course is from New Mexico, and her hobbies include flower harvesting and collecting medicinal herbs. Sage Copeland is the 2013 Girl of the Year. She is from New Mexico, and her hobbies include horseback riding and doing landscape paintings. Diego Lopez is the only boy doll that I've purchased from American Girl, and in my collection he's from Nevada. He is of Guatemalan ancestry, and his hobby is woodworking. Melania Toplak is a Girl of the Year Lainey doll from 2010, but I've customized her by giving her the Leah Clark wig. And in my collection, she is really into fashion modeling and glamour, and she is from New York City. From the state of Ohio is my doll Tasneem. She is a Palestinian American and is really into participating in her student council at school, as well as advocating for human rights. From the state of Oregon, we have Tess Jansen, and she is a Truly Me number 55. She lives on a Christmas tree farm, and her hobby is working on the farm. From Pennsylvania, we have Harriet Davis, who is best friends with Addie. This doll is a Truly Me number 44, but I keep her in the historical period, and I have modeled her off of the Harriet from the Addie books. From the City of Love is Gabriella McBride. She is of course from Pennsylvania and was the Girl of the Year in 2017. Her hobbies are poetry, creative writing, and she is just such a pretty doll. I'm very happy to have Gabriella in my collection. Hannah Morgan is a Truly Me number 56. In my collection, she is best friends with Mary Ellen Larkin. I keep this doll in the 1950s time period, and so she's got a historical dress on right here. And her hobby is cheerleading, and she is from Charleston, South Carolina. Louisa May Frost is a Truly Me number 24 that's been customized. Her hobby is roller skating, and I keep her in the 1970s historical period, and I often pair her with Julie. She is from the state of South Dakota. Hailing from Nashville, Tennessee is Tenny Grant. Tenny was a contemporary character released in 2017. I actually like this doll a lot. I think she looks original. She's got like a really unique face paint as far as her lip color and her unique freckle pattern. She also has a hand that they customized for her backstory. She's really into, music and guitar and songwriting. From the great state of Texas, we have Sheila Edwards. She is my custom Luciana doll. I keep her in the 1980s time period, and I pair her with Courtney Moore. They're like best friends, and her hobby is playing the drums. The Caroline in our collection is from a Mormon family in Utah. Her hobbies include babysitting because she loves children, and she is in the modern era. However, because her family's very traditional, she does dress a little bit old-fashioned. From the state of Virginia is Zaida Aziz. She is a Pakistani American, and I used a Leah Clark doll as her base and customized her. And this doll's hobby is doing documentary filmmaking, and particularly on women's and girls' rights. Delphine is a Truly Me number 16. She looks really similar to Samantha, and in my collection she is into ice skating and also loves kittens and cats, and she comes from the state of Vermont and is French Canadian. McKenna Brooks was the Girl of the Year in 2012. She comes from the state of Washington, and her hobby is gymnastics. Evangeline is a Truly Me number 41. She is a doll that you don't see very frequently, but I think she's really unique. And in my collection, she's really into chemistry and lives in the state of Wisconsin. Kira Watson is my Kira Bailey inspired doll, and so she has the Australia theme going on here, and she's customized from a Marie Grace. She's from the state of Wyoming in my collection, however, and she is into zoology and would love to be a conservation biologist. From the U.S. territory of Puerto Rico, we have Luna Garcia. She is a Truly Me number 28 that's been customized, and when she grows up, she would love to be a hairstylist. Lastly, from the U.S. Virgin Islands, we have Summer Hawkins. She's a Truly Me number 67, has an extremely wonderful wig, and in my collection, her big passion is tennis, and she loves spending time at the beach. The Nutcracker doll was a special edition that AG released last Christmas, and so I still have her in the box, and I'm a little bit torn about whether to take her out and just use her like a regular doll. And so right now she is just on display. She does not have a name or a backstory.
This completes our 2021 All My Dolls video. Please remember to check out some of our other videos showcasing the dolls in our collection.
Thank you for watching!